Hello, beautiful beings. Ancients, please record this video for me. It was your idea to make one. Thank you. I let go of a couple things today. Letting go always accompanies feelings of fear. However, it was very, very brief today. The only time I got even a brief stomach ache was when I was on the phone with the husband client that I clean for. And he was very angry about his stovetop. Thought I had ruined it, told me how much it cost. I didn't ruin it, by the way. He ended up sending me pictures a little while later, and it looked really beautiful. I had put oven cleaner on top, and I had forgot to wipe it off. And so when they got there from their other house, it looked really bad. And I was pretty horrified when I saw it. I was just like, oh no, I didn't know it would do that to it. But yeah, just a short time later, he sent me pictures, and it looked really nice. But yeah, he was very, very angry, and the divine has been trying to weed these clients out of my life for quite some time now. About a month ago, they doubted my character. I know I made a video about that, and I don't take kindly to that because I am 100% honest. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that can say that they are 100% honest. I am, though. That's my pathway. That's the easier, softer way for me. And when I quit drinking, when I first got sober, I was told, honesty. If you're lying, then you're in fear. I wanted to outgrow fear. So, and I had already been practicing since 1989 when I got out of treatment for anorexia. When I was in treatment, I had a major lying problem. And I told my therapist about it, Barb. And she talked to me about it, and she told me that lying is just fear. It's fear-based. And I was 28 years old then. And well, she really helped me out with that. And I made a deal with her that when I left, that I was going to practice not lying anymore. And I did. And it was very embarrassing at times, but I feel like I've been doing a great job, and I seriously haven't lied for years. It's very important to me because it also, if I start lying, it's a long ways to drinking, but I don't even want to step one toe on the path of drinking. And if I start lying, it goes hand in hand with any type of addiction. Lying does, because there's fear. Yes, I would rather be fearless, and that's what I've always wanted, is to outgrow fear. That's one thing it said in AA, the book that we always read, was we will learn to outgrow fear. And I said, that's what I want more than anything. Because I know that fear is at the root. It's at the taproot of everything. Every reason why anybody does anything against their own highest good is fear. But the shedding of it, which is happening on a global level, is helping people become their true, authentic selves. But it's terrifying because we're shedding fear. So I walked through it today, and I let these clients go because it was for my highest good. The divine has been trying to weed them out of my life, but it's money. So, I had some fear attached to it that I had to work through for about a month and a half now. And I just feel so tremendous. I have zero fear, financial fear, none. Well, there isn't any, because there isn't any, they're saying. Yeah, wow, it's beautiful. I feel very great. And I messaged, well, when I was on the phone with the husband, I said, do you want me to work for you anymore? And he said, well, you'll have to talk to my wife about that. He said her name, but I'm not going to say her name on here. And I said, oh, okay. And then I said, I'm really sorry about that. I said, I'd be, and I sent a message saying, on my next available day, I will come out there and get the steel wool and the hot soapy water and scrub that off of there. And he was, no, he said, no, I'll do it myself, or we'll do it ourselves. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I sent her, after about an hour, I sent the wife a voice clip, just saying how I was feeling, about how I just didn't feel like I was comfortable with our working relationship anymore. And thank you so much for the work. And I don't know, I'm not angry. I just know that it's my life. I'm not waiting to start my life next week. It's happening right now. So why would I subject myself to cleaning places that I just feel like have a vibe that affects me when I'm there? The ancients made that incredibly clear again. I know I've thought about that before, but especially when couples are fighting and then I go to clean their houses, I feel that. I feel that for sure. Or sadness, depression, alcoholism, yeah, you name it. It's thick in certain places. So I just feel really good about it, and just really relieved and super proud of myself. I said the fear prayer quite a bit, and I didn't just jump on it and do it right away, but I did feel also that today was the day, because the thoughts of them were just coming up super frequently, even turning my attention back to presence. Sometimes that can treat any annoying thoughts that that are trying to come in. I just turn my attention back to presence, and they dissipate. They just go away. But if it's something that needs to be addressed, then it absolutely will not go away until I address it. It's up. So, and also Moonstar, she validated it. I said, "Do you feel like I did the right thing?" And I mean, immediately, and I already knew that she did, and I didn't understand why I was asking her, but the way she said it was absolutely, absolutely, yes, yes. The divine has been trying to take these people out of your life, and sometimes, see, that's what that that's what the tricky part is. It seems like trusting our intuition is, there's really nothing to go by to actually tell people or show people. It's just my intuition. It's not just anything, though, to me. It's the divine. That's what my intuition is. It's the divine, it's the ancients, it's my higher self. It's all of the above. It's everything beautiful. It's what's beating my heart and breathing me and guiding me. So of course I want to trust that compass more than something that's coming out of somebody's face because they want something from me. In this case, it's, to have their houses cleaned, which I don't blame them at all. I will never speak about these people to other people in an unprofessional way. I won't tell their personal business. I won't. That's not right. These guys were a lesson for me. They gave me lots of work. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I would have done without these clients for the last couple of years. It's been a really wonderful experience. And also, I still get to clean for some other people on the same private ranch. So that's really nice. I would have really missed that ranch, the ranch that I go to. It's so beautiful there. And they also let me go down and hang out by the river there. It's called Loon Park, and it's a private beach area. Along the river is never private, but right up to like a certain point is private, and then I just go hang out on the beach with Doozer. So it's breathtaking. I don't know if it's ever been in any of my videos, but I will definitely record a video there and show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's just magnificent. So ancients, is that it for now? I did say the fear prayer a few times as I went through this process. Yeah, but just the way Moonstar said, yes, I just felt that. Yes, okay, because now she is hearing what she calls is her ancients or her guides. I'm getting messages through her from them now. I can tell absolutely when I'm getting a channeled message. It's very exciting. She was crying for a while. She was just like so grateful that she could hear them, and she just didn't know if she ever could. That's exactly how I felt. It's exactly how everybody feels when they want to hear their guides so badly, and they don't have a clue. It won't last because it's a natural ability for us. It's just uncovering, it's just removing the rubble of thoughts that are telling us that we can't, or their thoughts are so loud because we're so identified with them. It seems like the mind is much more loud than our intuition, but it is not. My intuition is, well, it's hmm I can't really explain it. It's definitely more loud than my thoughts now. If I'm emotionally charged about something, and the thought activity wants to come in, I can see it coming in on the peripheral, and I can turn my attention back to presence inside my body. I don't look inside of my body. I just turn my attention back to presence. But that's where I would feel it the most, when I'm guiding somebody to presence. If they have not yet remembered it as their own true nature, had the awakening experience, then definitely inside the body, the aliveness in the body. Yeah, Eckhart Tolle says to turn our attention away from the emotionally charged thoughts to the aliveness we feel in our hands, the aliveness we feel in our body. And I was doing that not very long ago, and I said, well, I just feel my heart beating, and blood like rushing through. And they said, what do you think that is? It's life force. Right? Well, that's just my heart beating. I'm just so used to it that it's just second nature. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. I am not this body. Oh, huh. Well, that is a relief. It used to be quite a shock when I realized that, but it was a huge relief. I always knew that because this physical form disintegrates when we die, but it all feels so real. You know, the way they described this human experience to me once was, before we have a physical form, and we just are, all that is pure silence, pure undiluted silence, beingness, not even beingness yet, just, I can't explain it. Anyway, when we were still just that, before expressing as consciousness through these physical forms, ancients, please, my mind is trying to describe this and there's just no possible way. So we knew what was going to happen, that we would be expressing, that the divine would be expressing through these physical forms. We'd be having a human experience. It's not really real. It's kind of like a video game. We are the avatars, and it's not like the divine is playing us like a avatar, like the divine is the video controller. It's kind of like that. It's a bit like that. But see, they told me that this program, this human simulation, seems so real. They're reminding me of the movie The Cell. Yeah, she goes into people's dreams. She's a psychologist, and the dreams seem so real that she starts forgetting. And if she starts forgetting because they're so scary, she has a button on her thumb that she presses, and it brings her back to her own body. So it's very similar to this human experience. Unconsciousness is forgetting and thinking that we are these human forms, that we are this person. Before forgetting happened, they're saying, I guess I'm not religious, but Adam and Eve, they're saying what happened to Adam and Eve was they became unconscious. They were only consciousness coming through these physical forms, just seeing through their eyes. No thought activity, no names for anything yet, just being. Slowly but surely, they're saying there was names for things, different things. Everything was still balanced. I'm not sure why. They're showing me the serpent that came and had Eve take a bite of the apple, and she would have more knowledge. That has something to do with the psychological mind, the serpent mind, they're saying, coming in and taking the innocence of presence, taking it over somehow. But it's not really taken over. Not really. It never can be really taken over, because that's all that is. It can never be tainted. It can never change. It can never be hurt. Ever. It just is. And so that's right. They're saying it. That's another reason that I don't lie. If I'm lying, I'm further away from who I truly am. Thank you so much for that. That was a beautiful description, you guys. That was beautiful. So the importance of trusting our intuition is it's trusting our very soul, our very compass. And so that's what the ancients and I are for, and millions of other light workers, to help guide beautiful beings out of sleep back to their not original state, but because none of us are in our original states in these physical forms, but the purest expression of consciousness that we could possibly do. I think that's actually Eckhart. He's one of those. Eckhart is about 60%. He said 60% presence, 20% person. Isn't that beautiful? He said people have such a heck of a time getting him to do any type of deadline, which made me feel really good. Many, many times he said, well, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that at all. And it's because he's not very much person. He's not thinking. So he's just being led by the divine. Oh, it's so beautiful. It really is. I mean, what better role model to have than Eckhart Tolle, Mooji, people that have really been doing the work. It's absolutely amazing how I only had a glimmer of fear on the phone, just a little in my tummy. And the ancient, when I was talking to the husband and he was so upset about his stovetop, I could see why he would be upset to a certain degree. A certain degree. I just veered a little bit, felt a little angry. Yeah, I guess I don't need to talk about that anymore, do I? That's resolved. Oh yeah, right. I just had a glimmer. It didn't even feel like fear, but my tummy alarm went off. My tummy alarm always goes off if I'm feeling anger from somebody. Throat chakra. All of a sudden, I'm not supposed to be talking about it anymore. Okay, all right, it's resolved. But the really cool thing is it only lasted for a split second, and the ancient said, you don't have anything to be afraid of. I don't. And then my tummy felt better. I didn't even get goosebumps on my right arm. Normally I do if somebody gets angry and I'm not speaking up for myself in the moment. Or no, that's right. It's all of the above, but mainly what it is they're saying is it feels like, I get goosebumps just right here. It started like 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. And what I get a visual of is an angel putting their hand on my arm saying, don't react. This person is unconscious. Don't react. Drove me nuts for several years because I didn't know what it meant until I learned by reacting. And then I had a pretty good idea of what was going on. Oh, it's somebody angry. Oh yeah, and then I react, and then I get my ass kicked vibrationally. So, yay! I feel like I graduated. Everybody that comes into my life, I don't need to blame them. Why would I need to blame them? Life is school. They were my presenters for what I needed to overcome inside of myself, and I sure enough have. She even told me that it was such a professional message. Well, it was professional. I was just being myself and not reacting. So I wasn't trying to be professional. I was just not reacting. I don't dislike these people. Not at all. I just dislike whatever, you know? Yes, that's right. That's enough. They've been officially weeded by the taproot. Thank you, Divine. If there's anything up for you, saltsongwithmamag@gmail.com, or you could leave us a question or a comment if it's nice. Maybe I won't add that someday. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Vibrationally, I probably will say it if it's nice for a little bit longer, because it's just leaving me wide open if I just say, leave me a comment. I've been very, very blessed so far to not have too many people. When I first started, there were some trolls, but since then, no, just my twin coming in as somebody else a couple times. But yeah, anyway, I love you so much.